Hello guys, welcome to my channel. So day 10 we cover as so the content is mainly uh, views concept mainly. So in day 9 also we have covered as some table creation and updating, altering so on. So that continuation part we had to done with views and some creation of the tables. So day 10, first of all, the scenario is creating and inserting data into tables. So first, if any table is drop, the songs table, if it exists. So if I execute, if the table is existed, the songs table is to be dropped. Then we'll create the songs table here. So in this table, we'll execute. So songs table is to be created. So for this songs table, song ID. So this is uh, auto generation of the sequence number and not define the default condition and insert the sample data. So if I execute, sample data is inserted. Next one is drop the customer table if it exists. So if customer table exists, it will drop and create the customer table and insert the some records. Okay. And executing the queries called as mainly by using update genre for all records. So here this one is mainly to update the set genre country music. So if I execute, so country music is reflected with four records. Similarly, update genre for a specific record. So where set genre equals to pop music, where song ID equals to only four. So only one record is to be executed. Then update price by adding song ID to 0.99. So wherever the set price song ID plus 0.99. Okay, four rows affected. Now we'll create the table from existing data. So existing data called as, so here first create the customer test table with the same structure as customer table. First we'll remove the structure, okay, to drop the table. After then, we'll create the table as a customer test structure, same table. Okay. Now insert the records from this table. Select customer ID, first name, last name, initials from customer table. Here I am not directly inserting the records values from insert statement. I'm inserting the records from by using select statement. So that is insert data into customer test from customer table. Okay, so this is the way four rows affected. So earlier we have this table, four rows available. That four rows is getting into this one. Now, uh, so this one again, this is one scenario, customer table, right? And another scenario for customer anonymous. Done. And we'll create the table and to insert the records from this table, select the customer ID initials from customer table where first name will like C percent customer ID. So for this query, what is the output will give? So this is the query output, right? 3CB. The same thing will insert into this customer anonymous table. Okay, inserted. Now we'll see the views part. So managing the views called as, first we'll create the view. View is a virtual table. So first of all, we had to drop the view. If any existing view is available for this name, we had to drop it. Then we had to create the new view. So new view is create how we create the table. So same similar structure, we had to create the view. So create view name as from this table. For example, this table is available, right? So this entire information we are storing to this one. So let's create this one. Your view created, and the same information is to be stored as in this particular view. Next, alter and drop views. So exec rename. So to drop this view, this one entire thing, select rename. First step number one is the rename the view. So old name and rename object. So execute. Okay. Then step number two is alter the renamed view. So alter the renamed view called as, so for example, if we check with this data, this entire data we are storing to this particular view. Done. Now we had to drop the view. So drop view if exists this particular name. Already we created the view, right? This one. So this one we had dropped. Oh, now the one of the important concept is the materialized view, but in SQL Server is not supporting the materialized view. So that is the point I am conveying to you. So materialized view operations not supported in SQL Server. Now, so create users table with constraints. So users table with constraints. So if any existing table, first we'll remove. Now create the users table with the specified constraint. So here I am, this is the one challenge part I'm looking this one. So create the users table with the specified constraints. So specified constraints called as, so if you look into the table, create table users, user ID primary key, username, this one. Okay, username is not null and constraint added, this one, check constraint. Date of birth with constraint, sign up date, default get date. So if I execute, users table is created. Now to rename the constraint from the name length to name length, name underscore length. So alter table users, drop constraint, first this one to drop the constraint. Now we had to add the constraint name underscore length, check this one, this constraint name. Okay. Now insert the Frank Smith with username Frank Smith 1 and birth date. So we had to insert these values. So insert the value, one row affected. Now modify the constraint on birth date so that no dates after this date are allowed. So first we had to drop this constraint and we'll add the new constraint. So new constraint is this one, check birth date greater than this one and birth date this one less than or equals to. Done. Now try again to insert Frank Smith with the same details. So we had to insert the same details, one row affected. Now another scenario, create songs table with constraints. Now this one has to create with the songs table, song ID, identity, artists, genre, price, release date. So this one, if I execute, done. Okay. So this is the day 10. So in day 10 covered mainly constraints, views. So how we can create the views, managing the views, okay, and constraints. So these things we have covered in day 10. Thank you. Thank you for watching. If you like the content, please like and subscribe. Thank you.